The dark world of serial killers has always intrigued us, sparking a blend of fear and morbid curiosity. Just hearing the term serial killer can make us imagine horrifying acts. But have you ever wondered what goes on in their minds beyond just pure evil? Are their gruesome actions solely their own choices, or is there something darker and deeper at play? Well, the process of turning into a serial killer is not as simple as it may seem. It's a combination of the hereditary and the external conditions that interact in a rather intricate manner. Even criminologists and psychologists have been trying to investigate this problem and determine what role genetics and environment have to do with it. The nature versus nurture argument has always been rife when it comes to the question of what makes a person a serial killer. There are some people who think that one's character is formed in childhood, and the most important thing is to have a warm and caring family. But then there are exceptions like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, who were raised in what can only be described as normal environments. In addition to environmental factors, genetics also seems to play a significant role. Just as some people inherit a tendency to addiction, there might be genes that influence violent behavior. Research supports this idea. For example, a 2000 study published in Science looked at brain scans from over 500 people. They found that those who had been convicted of murder showed different brain activity patterns compared to those who hadn't. This suggests that some people might be more likely to act violently because of their genes. Now, you might wonder, if we can identify potential serial killers through their genes, why not stop them before they can harm anyone? The reality is, predicting who will become a serial killer is very complex. While there are some warning signs that might suggest someone could be a future threat, such as extreme social isolation, stalking, pyromania, zoophilia, family problems, childhood sexual abuse, addiction to alcohol or drugs, a high IQ, and instability at work, these signs alone are not definitive. In addition to these signs, another theory often discussed is the McDonald triad. This theory, also called the triad of sociopathy or the homicidal triad, points to 3 childhood behaviors that might predict future violence: abuse to animals, arson, and enuresis. Although this triad becomes popular among forensic practitioners, new research has called into question its validity. A 2018 study found that not many people convicted of violent crimes show these behaviors. However, these behaviors can still be red flags for problems at home or other issues. Of the 3 behaviors, animal cruelty has the strongest link to future violence. Sociologist Arnold Arluke found that people who abuse animals are 5 times more likely to commit violent acts against humans. This graduation hypothesis suggests that cruelty to animals in childhood could lay the groundwork for violence towards humans later on. But there is more to the story. To really get to the bottom of what makes these criminals tick, we need to look inside their minds. A key trait many serial killers share is a lack of empathy, which is closely linked to psychopathy. This means they can't understand or care about other people's feelings and can commit terrible acts without feeling any guilt. Most have antisocial personality disorder, which affects their emotions and their ability to empathize. For example, research shows that people with psychopathy often have less gray matter in their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain involved in decision-making and controlling behavior. This might explain why they seem to have so little regard for other people's suffering. On top of that, many serial killers also have strong narcissistic tendencies. Narcissism in these individuals often shows up as extreme self-centeredness and a craving for attention. For instance, consider Dennis Rader, the BTK killer. He dismissed the term serial killer because he felt it failed to describe his accomplishments properly, and even equated himself to other infamous people such as Osama bin Laden. Rader's narcissism is evident from the letters he wrote to police, where he boasts of his fantasy rituals and even goes to the extent of saying that his murders were done in a manner that saved lives by spacing them out. This perverted self-identity demonstrates how a narcissist can rationalize their behavior, even if it's as evil as it can be. Other than self-gratification, another motivation that many serial killers have is the pleasure they derive from their evil deeds. It's not a quest for attention these people are experiencing, but the adrenaline that comes with having authority. Thrill killings are when the murder is committed for the fun of it, and most of the time, it's young men who commit such crimes to feel powerful and to subdue their own fears. This may be attributed to the fact that some killers have been known to have a desire for thrills, which may see them kill their victims in a sadistic manner, for instance by torturing or humiliating them before finally killing them. A good example is Alyssa Bustamante, who stated that it was fun and exciting to kill her 9-year-old neighbor. Despite these psychological traits making it easier for us to analyze the mentality of serial killers, it's worth noting that not all individuals who possess these traits will become aggressive. But the interest in serial killers doesn't stop at the psychological level. It's a cultural interest. The media has played a big role in shaping the society's fascination with these individuals. Serial killers are no longer a topic that is considered off-limits. They're mainstream. They're in books, on television, and in the movies. This, which used to be counterculture, is now the pop culture of today's society. True crime as a genre has expanded significantly, and some of the most popular podcasts, books, and television shows are about these murderous individuals. Well, how did this fascination really begin? The true crime genre began in 1965 with Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, which was a commercial success despite the fact that it was rather macabre. Since then, true crime has only increased in its popularity among the readers and viewers of such content. For instance, the Netflix series Dahmer Monster, the series The Jeffrey Dahmer Story, was viewed for more than 1 billion hours and became one of the most popular on the platform. There is one theory that we may have evolved to be interested in anything that might be threatening to us. Thus, watching true crime allows people to experience the thrill of the unknown and of human vices while being safe at home. Also, it's been established that women are among the biggest consumers of such narratives, as they help them feel safer in case of an attack. This could be the reason why true crime content is trending among white women. Another reason we're hooked could be our morbid curiosity and the thrill of exploring dangerous scenarios. It's like a way to experience the rush of danger without actually putting ourselves at risk. This mix of curiosity and safety helps explain why we can't seem to get enough of serial killers and violent thrillers. In short, the exploration of serial killer psychology reveals a complex interplay of genetics, environmental, and psychological factors. Their lack of empathy, narcissistic tendencies, and thrill-seeking behavior paint a chilling picture of minds driven by dark impulses. This understanding sheds light on the depths of human nature and the potential for extreme behavior, prompting us to consider the fragile balance between societal norms and individual psyche. Society's ongoing fascination with serial killers, fueled by media portrayals and the true crime genre, reflects our innate curiosity about the darker aspects of human behavior. This interest serves as a way to explore potential threats from a safe distance, allowing us to grapple with the existence of evil in our world. As we continue to study and discuss these disturbing figures, it's crucial to balance our fascination with empathy for victims and a commitment to preventing future tragedies. Well, that wraps up today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Before you go, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. See you next time.